Okay, we can read this part.
Also, in 2003, ADV Films releases the first ever uncut episode of Sailor Moon. This was actually extremely good because he had also released Sailor Moon R series in both parts, and most of them were not in English. They were in Japanese with subtitles. We did not have that box set before. See.
Okay,
May 2004, Toei ceases its license of Sailor Moon outside of Japan, leaving behind Sailor Stars, which would not be dubbed to this day. The only way to see Sailor Stars is streamed on the internet or by bootlegging, which I for one would love to see Sailor Moon Stars officially released to the United States because it's a beautiful, wonderful show.
okay, and guys, one other thing about Sailor Stars, this is not an urban myth. This is the 5th and final season of Sailor Moon. This is the thing that actually ended the whole series.
Yes.
And it was a very concrete, conclusive, and in a way, especially to the American masses and how we like to cover particular issues up, shocking.
Sailor Stars, when it was first aired, was actually well heralded by the fans. They were waiting for this season for a very long time. When it was discovered that unfortunately it would not reach the United States, it actually reached Europe. China, South Korea, India actually got it too. Then you have all of Europe, excluding England, because England was going with the deep dub, and everything else.
Really, guys, just come in and take a seat wherever you can.
Have a seat. Well, what happened is the United States did not like the fact the Sailor Star line started out as guys that turned into girls.
Because according to Naoko Takeuchi, the only people who could actually be Sailor Senshi were chicks. So the whole idea of let's make them guys that turn into girls, that did not fly with her.
It was actually very sad for us fans.
If that didn't happen, then we would have had other censoring issues.
Yeah.
See episode 200 for details.
Well, there was a movement back in the United States called SOS. Do you know what it means? Save Our Sailors. They wanted to bring Sailor Moon uncut to the United States, including Stars. Unfortunately, they had to basically disband back in 2002 and reformed now to a group called Moon Chase. Moon Chase is now actively trying to also bring stars to the States, and it's actually almost succeeding in a way, because there's been talks for a while in the negotiations of the 20th anniversary of Sailor Moon being released here, but they're still in negotiations because they need a distributor, because their old distributor no longer exists.
They've all been assimilated or disbanded in some way, shape, or form. Even when they had to move the manga over as well, with the fact that it used to be with Mix instead of Tokyo Pop, I think we all remember what happened sadly to Tokyo Pop.
Yeah.
It's gone.
And guys, since we have our computer stuff working, we can probably finally show you some of the Sailor Moon stuff,
Oh yeah.
as well as the new stuff.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Bring me the Mercury, which is with the
Chieko.
yeah.
Chieko Kawabe.
Really good.
I can hear it over there.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
kind
loud.
of, it's my.
That one's just not loud. I think it's playing over there. I can hear it from over there. Yeah, it's just low.
There we go.
Like I said, she later went on to sing the theme song for Oberon High School Host Club. So, check it out. All right.
And finally, we can finally show some of the BGSM covers.
Thanks.
Are you going? Are you behaving? Please.
Hey, baby.
I'm not plugged in. I just wanted to check see that.
Here we go.
There we go. Meet the opening to the live action.
There we go.
Really soon. There's one more. The other one I want to go over. This is, as you guys saw, they went from normal Japanese girls to our beloved Sailor Scouts. This is not in the greatest quality, but
Transformation.
the transformation sequence is. All of the hair was CGI, by the way.
No, we're not even getting 83.
Because the oldest was about 17. The youngest actress was
愛と正義のセーラー服美少女戦士セーラームーン次に変わっておしゃきゃ
I mean, this is
アキー
I think they used to watch it back road.
They basically modernized the series from PGSM to where they were using mobile phones and little watches like pens and little communicators. You have to count the numbers.
水属性の戦士セーラーマーキュリー水星に変わってお仕置きよ
Dark power makeup.
ダークパーメカメカメカ
In the middle of the series, Kunsai took control of Ami Mizuno and basically created Dark Mercury, who for a while, about 6 or 7 episodes, worked for the Dark Kingdom. 8 to 10 episodes, Sailor Venus was actually playing her role as the Princess Decoy. So they literally thought that she was the Moon Princess until Moon was revealed.
アイドルの戦士、セーラーヴィーナス。金星に変わって、お仕置きよ。
Yes. That comes from manga.
And Sailor Luna.
I'll explain this in a minute. I just said I would explain this in a minute. I was wondering what you just saw those last few minutes. Sailor Luna basically came about through the idea of through Luna being exposed to the silver crystal, she suddenly could take on a human form. Thus she became PGSM's Tiny Sailor. And as I say again, best Tiny Senshi. She was still in her mentor role, even though she was in the body of an 8-year-old kid. Oh yeah. Though she would still sit there. This is part of your sailor training. Catch these pieces of paper with these chopsticks. And various other ridiculous things like that. This is how you unlock your power. Do it. That's all I got. I'm not going to show them Carrie's yet. This one time.
Okay, guys.
So basically, we're playing the games. Show them what she did. I wish I could show part 5, just because the idea of piano, piano, piano. Why must you always love it? Are you gonna do the
Show the logo.
Wasn't this the logo that Faith was adopted?
Yeah, that's what I saw at the 20th anniversary logo. Alright.
Okay. February 2010, Toei began negotiations with redoing the licensing of Sailor Moon outside of Japan. However, during that year, the anime gets re-aired in other countries such as Italy, Poland, and Albania. However, an English redoing has not been confirmed yet. Rumors have still been speculating since 2009 that Funimation may redub Sailor Moon, possibly releasing Sailor Moon to a survey company did back in 2009. In 2011, Sailor Moon manga gets re-released by Kodansha in America, and for the first time ever releases the codename Sailor B in English, revealing the origins of Sailor Venus and the Dark Kingdom, aka the Negaforce.
Which PGSM, one of the episode zeros, will also go into.
Among Sailor Moon's success, its fans, commonly known as Moonies, have shown to be really dedicated to the series. Many websites were made to help support the series during its run in North America. That included popular sites Save Our Sailors, which helped create more of the cult status of the fandom and garnered support among fans to help keep it in the United States shows back in the 90s. And Sailor Moon Uncensored, which made Deeks Infamous dubbing known. Both sides are still in existence today. Both the sites are. SOS was a launch update in the British as Moon Chase after 2004 when North America lost its licensing. Event parody would be made later on by Megami33 and Chris Rex on YouTube, entitled Sailor Moon Abridged, aka SMA, in 2008.
Now, I'm going to warn you guys to be very careful with SMA. It's very stereotypical and very generalized, especially to the idea of the 5 Sailor Scouts. It hasn't gotten to S yet.
Thank goodness.
But the stereotypical kind of gets a chuckle out of you, and Megami has also gone on to do TFS or DBZA, which is another thing I recommend you all check out.
Yeah.
Let's go on to symbolism.
Okay, and lastly, guys, one thing. February 2012, Toei released a DVD box set of the complete first season of Sailor Moon to help mark the 20th anniversary of the airing of the anime. Ladies and germs, that is your history. Rippy, on to symbolism and mythology.
Okay. The creator of Sailor Moon, who, as far as a goddess at times, loved Greek mythology to all ends, and she loved mixing it in with the Sailor Moon series. The names of the cats are basically the names of the different goddesses of the moon. We have Luna, Diana, and Artemis, also nicknamed Artie. if you ever watched the TV show in Deke, they always call him Artie. Because nobody wants to say Artemis.
Okay. And in the manga, the 3 cats would also be given human forms, or even in the S movie when Luna's actual human form was shown. Just for the record, for all you fangirls, check out our Mrs. Human Form. Wow. Fate.
Mrs. Human Form?
Okay. Can everyone hear me? Okay.
Yes, Artemis.
All right. Can everyone hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I feel like I'm doing Verizon commercials now. Anyway, she loved mythology. She mixed it in with Sailor Moon just to make it actually sound more intelligent than it was. Also, she wanted to educate people about the importance of learning astronomy. I actually memorized the planets when I was a kid by how many sailor soldiers I could remember. I think everybody probably did that.
I did that too.
And for those who have actually seen the sad but true joke shirts of haha, you're not a planet anymore, entailing Sailor Pluto, which is still kind of a sad thing.
Poor Pluto.
I was on the bus one day, and I got the news. I said, "Oh man, Sailor Pluto must be pissed."
She's just gonna stop time and reverse the decision.
I thought they made it a dwarf planet.
They made it a dwarf star or a moon to Neptune, is what I've heard.
Because I've seen like comics, like that people did comics where they like shrunk her down to like a dwarf. Sailor Pluto. And she's all like, she's really pissed.
As we said, Sailor Pluto must be
Yeah. there's a lot of really interesting things. She did mix in, for some of the movies, some Japanese mythology. And she somehow loved vampires. She adored vampires. They always end up showing up some way or another in the series. There's a Kyugetsuki, which is a hopping corpse. What it is it absorbs human energy. What do the creatures of the Negaverse do? Absorb human energy. So basically it's like vampires. Then later on she did a special with Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune meeting a vampire. And then you have several different episodes of very interesting characters that come in that don't even appear very often in the manga. There was the Love Letter episode, which was actually a student film that was put as a special. But what really became mythology was the characters portrayed. Queen Serenity was the Queen of the Moon, right? Yes. Well, she was also given so many different nicknames, and probably what I thought for years, I thought Luna, Artemis, and Diana were personifications of herself in all the different forms. That was just my conjecture because I was a kid. I had to explain it somehow. But what really interesting is she actually reversed Sailor Saturn and Sailor Pluto. Pluto in Greek mythology was the planet of death. He was the representative of Hades, the land of the dead. He turned into Sailor Pluto, who is the guardian of time, which was Saturn's job originally. Saturn turned into the Senshi of death and destruction and rebirth. She also actually learned how to heart. Sailor Chibi Moon taught her that one. She actually questioned destruction when she actually almost destroyed Galaxia. So she's actually a very interesting character. There's Uranus and Neptune are two characters. If anyone ever asks me, I love them. I have been a fan of Neptune and Uranus, and I was crying the day they made them into cousins. Oh. That's it. Kissing cousins.
Yeah, would cousins get married?
Probably not.
They can in Europe.
South.
Can I ask a question? I heard like a rumor about this interesting backstory behind them, or about Sailor Uranus actually used to have a sister who was the sailor of Uranus, and then she died, and so that's why Sailor Uranus took the role as the sailor.
That's actually part of a fan fiction.
Is that a fan fiction?
That was a fan fiction written by a little kid in Japan trying to explain the origins of Sailor Uranus. There's so many origin stories of the outer soldiers that it's hard to explain it. A lot of the symbolism that you see with Sailor Uranus and Neptune, it's really common in cultures where it's a sisterly love. It's also the fact that those two are in love kind of basis. What really struck home and actually made a lot of people sad is the United States did not condone it, and they did not want the kids to see it. I don't see a problem with kids seeing it, because if you have kids that are going to be raised by lesbian parents, might as well show them the show.
Sadly, with us getting a possible re-release, it might be a primetime show. This will probably be aired on Adult Swim if it comes back, especially Stars.
Well, I'll still show it to my children when I have them.
It's his turn.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how has Sailor Moon influenced the anime community and the pop culture? And this is a discussion we're going to have with you guys, and then also, it's something you guys like to add too. Okay, ladies, how has Sailor Moon influenced the anime and pop culture?
Okay. There's so many parodies of Sailor Moon out there. That's how it influenced us. There's a parody of it in the Excel Saga, and Robot Chicken shows it a lot. Not even, and yes, Apocalypse Pony too. But one of my favorite things is when you actually see it in The Simpsons. There was an episode where it showed Sailor Moon in The Simpsons.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
That is their trip to Japan.
Oh, right. Yeah. I remember that actually.
I've never seen one.
Yes. You've never seen the episode where the Simpsons go to Japan?
I think it's season
Oh yeah, they did.
5.
But I didn't see it.
It's like really
It's
quick.
very, very slight and quick.
Yeah.
And also the Robot Chicken episode.
Oh yeah.
I think there's more than one actually.
Read it for them.
Well, the other one is, I'm still waiting for the day that MLP gets a Sailor Moon reference.
Oh god, no.
Yes, Sailor Moon has influenced a lot of our media. A lot of parents actually will condone it and laugh at it later on.
Really?
Yes.
Big Dale in Robot Chicken is.
Sailor Moon has influenced a lot of artists.
Oh yeah.
I know it definitely influenced me. I mean, I still draw a ton of Sailor Moon.
Okay, guys, what would you guys like to add? Anybody? In our lovely audience?
I just
How's it influenced anime and pop culture? Like in cosplays, anime in general. I mean, every kind of anime I have seen. Okay.
Well, wasn't that like the beginning to like the mini skirted sailor suit craze? Wasn't that, like, the beginning?
It was also the series that opened up Sentai to girls. Power Rangers, VR Troopers, things of that nature were more curtailed toward boys. So when Sailor Moon came out, it was Monster of the Week, it was girls, fighting girl power in short skirts, with fan servicey, however, Sentai for girls.
You.
It also was one of the first animes I noticed that had a main character who was not the standard, I'm amazing all the time.
It was not
She was
perfect.
the first one that showed that an ordinary person could do something absolutely amazing. Somebody who was, you know, in the beginning of the series, she's klutz, she's dense, she doesn't know what's going on half the time, and then throughout the series, she matures into this amazing superhero. And that was really one of the first times I had seen that happen.
Okay, you in the back.
I want to say it also contributed to very popular.
Louder, please.
Huh?
Louder.
Okay. It contributed to popular shoujo manga shows and people shoujo manga because at the height of its popularity in Japan in '95, it was on par with DBZ, Yu Yu Hakusho, G Gundam, and it was still a high-rated show, and it's a beautiful animation.
Yeah. And also, guys, if it wasn't for Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura would never even exist because before Sailor Moon came out, shows like Sailor Moon were kind of a dying breed. But after Sailor Moon came out and became really successful, everybody wanted to do a Sailor Moon-like series.
After SM came out, you had Pretty Girl Sammy. You had eventually Wedding Peach.
And plus, there was one episode, there's one anime called Super Gal. Like the second series, there was this main character, Rani Kotobuki, was turned into like some kind of Sailor Moon-like character too.
Girl one too.
You.
I was just gonna say, basically influenced everybody that was growing up in the 90s because I remember back home, I'm from California, everybody, no matter if they liked anime or they didn't like anime, they watched it, they grew up with that stuff. That's the problem.
Exactly, dude, exactly.
Everybody, no matter what it is.
Keith, what up, bro?
Basically, I think it also influenced people by the whole B symbol. Like every series, like a B, and like I think the whole B symbol, like the B staff, the whole thing, just was derived from the B symbol from Sailor Moon.
Okay, anything else you'd like to add?
Puni Puni Poemi's transformation sequence actually parodied Sailor Moon's transformation sequence in a more risque fashion. Which is funny because Poemi looked younger.
And don't get me started on the hentai that was inspired by Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon. So I'm not gonna get to that.
Please don't do
Sailor and the Seven Balls. What the? No.
Showing it, none of us have it.
No.
Maybe we have an 18 and older pound.
Snow White and the Seven Sailors.
You've already killed him once, you don't want to kill him twice.
See pictures.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, is it me or Sailor Moon like the most heavily fan comic made for diligence? Like every single manga's gonna be one of a character or put that genre in there, or you will ridiculously see a buff, muscular, fifth of the North Star character turn into a Sailor Moon character. with hideous results.
It's definitely the humor.
Okay, does anybody have anything else to add? You.
In a lot of the animes, they always have these big muscular dudes in Sailor Moon like costumes.
Sailor Bubba.
Why do you have to bring Sailor Bubba up? Come on.
I'm not showing pictures. I'm just bringing Sailor Bubba.
Look on Google, that's why it exists, ladies and gentlemen. Anything else? Anyone else? Okay, guys, with that, let's get out to the trivia and some contests. Let's get some crap away. Yeah! Well, Shizzle.
Alright, we're gonna do, this one's gonna be easy, alright?
Okay, who wants to come up and win something? Raise your hands.
Okay, okay, what is Sailor Moon's Japanese name? Usagi. Good point. Alright. Now then, how does Usagi meet Luna?
She's stuck. Shut up.
He was being picked on.
Yes, she was. Alright. Question 3. What character was the first Sailor Senshi?
Venus?
Yes. Yes, she was. Thank goodness. What manga came first? Sailor Moon or codename Sailor Venus?
Codename Sailor Venus.
Alright. Okay, let's give someone else a turn here. Okay, who's next?
Let's go with.
Oh yeah, you got Jupiter. You got a Jupiter. Okay. Pink hair?
Pink hair.
Come on up. Okay. Okay. This is going to be a little tricky, but here we go. What character was the... Okay, there I answered that one. Sailor Moon aired in the U.S. when?
I'm gonna just feed it to you. It's easier to do.
Just answer.
You said 97.
Unfortunately, that's incorrect.
Sorry. Next. Next participant.
Okay.
Guy in the back?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Go.
What's your name, dude?
Oh, call me Love.
Huh?
Love.
Lo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lo, how you doing?
Pretty good. So,
Awesome.
All right. Ready?
yeah.
What animal is Shingo, Sagi's little brother, afraid of?
I want to say mice.
Is it mice?
No. Okay.
Okay, who wants to win something? Who wants to win something?
I do.
All right.
What's your name?
Liliana?
Liliana, how you doing today?
Good.
Awesome.
All right. What are the names of the Sailor Starlights?
Sailor Starlights? I'm not sure. I've never seen that series. I'm sorry.
Let's try a different one for you.
You enjoying the panel so far?
Huh?
Are you enjoying the panel?
Yes, I love Sailor Moon.
Okay. What is the pet name that Sagi gets from some of her friends? And what does it mean?
Just in the original series?
Yes.
Well, I know a lot of people call her Crybaby.
It has something to do with her hair.
Oh, Bunny, because she, Bunhead. Bunhead, because she has buns in her hair.
Bunhead, yes, that's right. Yeah, it's, yeah. You got that one right.
Bunhead, meatball head, whatever. Odango head.
Huh?
Okay. Okay, you win something?
13.
Okay, you get to answer another one.
What planet was taken out of the ranking as a planet back in 2007?
Pluto, and it's evil. No, Pluto needs to be a planet.
You get to win something.
Yes, you do.
Next thing we get to do.
Okay. Where's the other one? Where's the other one?
Where's the other one who
You get the raffle tickets. If you answer a question right, you also get to get a raffle.
Yeah, come on up.
Come on, Teresa.
You get to.
What's your name? Oh, sure. Come
I just need you to. We got it somewhere. Oh, it's right there. Just enter your name and you'll get a raffle.
How we doing so far? Woo! I can hear you. Woo! Very good.
Okay. Okay.
One more?
Thank you. I will. Hopefully I'll know these questions. I will.
Okay.
One more?
Couple more people. Okay?
Couple more people.
All right.
Over here.
Who wants it? One more. Okay, we need a dude in the audience. One more. A dude. Okay, what's your name? Your name?
Jesse.
Jesse.
Lilia.
Lilia, how y'all doing today?